Hi guys, this is a video to remind you of your mental addition strategies. Strategy 1. You can use your knowledge of number bonds to help you solve trickier calculations. For example, we know that 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. So if we were given a sum such as 123 plus blank is equal to 130, we would be able to tell, because looking at the units, we can think, what would I add to 3 to make 10? So that would be 7. So therefore, to get to the next 10 after 20, we would need to add 7. Here's another example. So 236 plus 4 is equal to an unknown number. If I look at my units, I've got 4 and I've got 6. I know that 6 plus 4 makes 10. Therefore, my answer will be what is the next 10, which would be 40. But I've also got the 200, so my answer would be 240. Strategy 2. Using your knowledge of doubles and near doubles. For example, 15 plus 15 is equals to 30. That is a double that most of us should already know. So if we were given a sum such as 15 plus 17, then we can use our knowledge of what we already know. So we know that 15 plus 15 is 30. 15 plus 17 is 2 more than that. So if we look here at the units, we know that 7 is 2 more than 5. So therefore our answer will be 2 more than our answer here. So our answer is 32. Here is another example. 25 plus 28 equals what? So again, if I use my knowledge of doubles, I know that double 25 is actually 50. And therefore 28 is 3 more than 25. So my answer will be 50 plus that 3. So the answer is 53. Strategy 3, partitioning. This is personally my favourite strategy when I'm adding in my head. This strategy works well if you are adding larger numbers together in your head. So, for example, if you had a sum such as 25 plus 33, what you would do is look at the tens column first, and if you imagine that you are taking those tens out and you are adding those together first. So you've got 2 tens on the left, which is 20, and you would add that on to your tens on the right, which you have 3 of those, which is 30. 20 plus 30 is equal to 50. Then you would look at your units column and you would add those together separately also. So we would have 5 plus 3, which is 8. Now what we do is we add the two answers together. So 50 add on 8, which would be 58. Let's try another example. So if we had 17 plus 27. First thing we have to do is we need to look at our tens column. So we've got 1 10 plus 2 10s. So that's 10 plus 20. So 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. Next, we look at our units column, and we've got 7 plus 7, or double 7. So 7 plus 7 is equal to 14. Finally, we look at our two answers, 30 and 14, and we add those together. Again, if you still at this point were not able to add those together, you could look at your tens and add the 3 and the 1, so 30 plus 10, which is 40, and then add on your units, which is 0 and 4, to get 44. Strategy 4, using number lines. Again, this could work if you have quite large numbers and you were wanting to add them together. So, for example, if you had 82 plus 27, what you can do is, if you draw a number line, I'm going to try and draw a straight line here. Okay, and I would start with probably the larger number to begin with, although with addition it doesn't really matter which one that you start with, but I'm going to start with 82. So if I write 82 at the beginning of my number line, what I need to do next is I'm going to add, but I'm going to step count. So I'm going to count on, first of all, in the tens. So I've got my starting number is 82, and I'm going to count on, or jump, 2 tens. So 82, if I added on 1 10, I would now be at 92. I need to add on another 10, so I'm going to go again. So that would make me 102. Next, I'm going to now add on my units, which is 7. So again, I look at my starting number this time. I'm at 102, and I'm adding on to the units. So I've got 2 units there, and I need to add on 7. So if I add on 7 to that, my answer would be 107. Okay, let's look at another example. So if we had 26 plus, let's say 49, okay, equals 2, we're not sure. So again, I would draw my number line. I'm going to place the 26 this time at the beginning. So 26 is my starting number. I'm going to add on my tens first. So I'm going to count on 4 tens, so that's 4 hops. So 26, counting on in tens, would be 26, starting number, 36, 46, 56, 66. That is me having counted on 1, 2, 3, 4 hops, which is 4 tens. Now I'm going to add on or hop on 9 units. So down here I have got 6 units. Now if you want to, at this point, you might want to round the number to the nearest 10 first. So again, we would use our number of number bonds, or knowledge, of number bonds. So we would look at 6 and think, what would I add to 6 to get to the next 10? I would have to add 4. So if I add on 4 to 66, I would get 70. Now, I needed to add on 9, but I've only added on 4. So now I have to think, well, what is the difference between 9 and 4? So the difference between 9 and 4 would be 5. So I have 5 more that I need to add on. So I must add on another 5. So my final answer would be 75 once I have added on that last jump. Okay, so finally, just the website Top Marks is a really good website for lots of different maths games. The 3 that I've included here are particularly good for mental maths. Obviously, I've just focused on mental addition strategies today. Hopefully I'll be able to, or one of the primary 5 team will be able to make another video for multiplication, division or subtraction strategies as well, but this week our focus is going to be on addition. So if you'd like to get any extra practice in, these 3 games are really, really good and have lots of fun.